This is a quick tutorial for an I-cord tab with a provisional cast on. You're going to start with your provisional cast on. You need a crochet hook and some scrap yarn. You're going to make a slip knot and then chain more stitches than you need to cast on. For this I-cord tab, I only need 3 stitches, so I'm going to chain 7-ish stitches. And then I'm going to cut my yarn, pull it through, and then tie a little identifier knot at the end so that I know where I want to unzip my crochet chain when the time comes. Here's my crochet chain. This is the back of my crochet chain where you're going to start working. Here's the front of it for reference, so you can see what the front looks like. And basically in the middle of this chain, I'm going to pick up 3 of those little tiny backs of the stitches, those little bumps back there, and I'm going to start working from those. So 1, 2, 3. Be really careful when you're picking those up. If you split your yarn or don't go clean through the loop, then you're going to have trouble unzipping the stitch when that time comes. So now this is my working yarn that I'm making my shawl with. I'm going to knit into those 3 stitches and then start on my I-cord for a few rows. So an I-cord is where you knit your row, and then if you're using a cable needle, which you should be usually, you pull it all the way to the other side, and your working yarn will be what feels like the wrong side of the needle. That's okay. When you get started, you're going to pull it all the way over and then start knitting again. What that does is it brings one side of your work to the other, creating just this little teeny tiny loop, which is like a rope. So there I am, pulling it to the other side of my cable needle. My working yarn is on the wrong side, and I'm just going to keep on knitting until I have just the right amount of side stitches. Because what a tab cast on is, it's basically a cast on for a shawl or something where you want to create shape right from the get-go. So what you're going to do is you're going to knit a little tiny rectangle, and you're going to have your knit stitches that are on your needle. Then you're going to pick up stitches on the long side of your work, your little tiny rectangle. And then you're going to pick up stitches on the opposite end of your little tiny rectangle. If that's confusing, I'm about to show you, don't worry. So there's my little tiny rectangle, and now I'm going to pick up 3 stitches on the side. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, got it. Oh, do I? Nope, got it. Okay. So knitting those stitches. 1, 2, 3. Now I have 6 stitches on my needle, and I'm about to unzip my crochet chain, start working from that. So I'm going to pick out that yarn that I pulled through and undo the knot that I had tied for myself to show, like, hey, this is the end you work from. There it is. Doing that. And then very carefully, I'm going to undo this crochet chain because there are those live stitches that I made, and I'm going to be very careful when I pick them up to make sure that I'm actually grabbing them so that my work doesn't unravel. Ooh, very careful. You're going to see this is a hard cast on for me. It's just a little tricky to see what you're doing. At one point, yep, I'm getting out of the shot, but you can see where it is. I dropped stitches. That's okay. The thing that matters is at the end, I got it. There it is. And we all kind of saw what happened, right? I saw it. Did you see it? I'm sorry. So then you're going to knit those last stitches, and it's going to be the end of your I-cord tab cast on with the provisional cast on. You're going to have this cute little crescent shape. See? And now you're ready to start knitting. Good luck!